Welcome back, DNA Strand Crew, to the first episode, I should say, because this is a special episode, the Dynasty DNA Kickoff special. You know, it's just like Christmas Eve. It's football Eve right now because we're a week away from exactly right now from all the games kicking off on Sunday. We know there's a Thursday night game involving Mike's Eagles. We'll get into that. And I know he's hopeful and he's looking forward to that. I mean, Dallas did trade their best player, so we're going to get talking about some of that. Yeah, I knew he couldn't stay quiet about that. But we are joined by a great group of panelists, guys. And we're going to do a two-part of this. This is a Dynasty DNA Kickoff special. This is part one. You're getting this morning, and you're going to have part two this evening with some other guests as well. But let's just introduce our panel, our expert panel here from the Dynasty DNA Networking family. First, I have to introduce the man. He didn't want to drop any more Alaska puns because he was afraid of breaking the ice. I mean, I can't do it all the time, Wiz, and I know you can't do it because we break the ice and you fall through. It's Dynasty Wiz Nicholas Holt. You can follow him over on Twitter at DynastyWizFF. Wiz, you ready to rumble here? Because there are some people in this network that are coming for you today.
Yeah, they do their best. I just woke up, so they better go early in the morning. When my brain's still like processing and turning on, we got caffeine starting to get through the veins, starting going through the blood. Everything's going good. You're saying you're done with these Alaskan puns. And I think that was the worst one you've done this whole entire year.
Is it the worst? Is you sure?
Yeah, it had to be the worst one by far. I don't think anyone even laughed.
I did.
That one.
Yeah, Mike did.
Well, that's Mike. Dude, Mike doesn't know what's funny though.
We all laugh at you.
Whoa!
Wow. Like, listen, you got to catch strays every now and again, all right? You know how this works.
We're supposed to be on the same team today.
Oh, yeah. I take it back.
Already being divided. It's like a tag team in wrestling. You knew there was going to be an explosion. But we're also joined by a guy. He's the man from the city of brotherly love who loves the phrase life, liberty, and the pursuit of rookie running backs. It's the host of the Dynasty Dogs podcast, my good buddy, Michael Anthony. You can follow him on Twitter at Dynasty Dog Mike. Mike, I had to get that in there because, you are an Amari Hampton guy. You like a lot of these guys. We all do. I mean, I can't just sit here and say you're guilty of it. We all like these guys. But I had to get that in there. I know you're excited to see some of these guys. Are you ready for the kickoff special today, Mike?
Absolutely. You know what they say, out with the old and with the new, especially when it comes to rookie running backs in our rankings. So let's get into it.
I love it. And we're also joined. He's the guy that, he's our own gardener here at Dynasty DNA because he always hedges his bets. It's the Sliminator, Dynasty DNA's own real Slim Shady. It's Noah Hutchinson. You can follow him over on Twitter at the 12th Man Fantasy One. Slim, we got the Hutchinson Huddle DFS podcast coming up here on the Dynasty DNA Network. I know you're excited about that. As your work on the Dynasty DNA Deep Dive continues too, you ready to start this new venture and help people along the DFS path as well?
I sure am, man. Yeah, it's been an exciting week of college football because that just kicked off too. So we've been watching a lot of college ball and got the nice Ohio State hat on. So horns down. That was a big win for us yesterday, and we're just going to keep it rolling into the NFL season, guys.
Okay. Well, that's why I said I don't know how we ended up with so many Ohio Staters here on the network, but we managed it. We got quite a few of them. They're in a good mood.
You like to surround yourself by people who like the same team as you, So it just makes sense you would just, give a lot of Ohio State guys.
Oh, yeah. I don't think so, Wiz. We are.
That's right. You have enough strength one day to come out and just say you're an Ohio State fan.
Brock Purdy's brother got crushed, Wiz, yesterday by We Are. Just so you know, Brock Purdy's brother, Chuba Purdy. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah. Who does he play for? Nevada. Oh, that's a really good school, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We just took care of business.
Are they ranked? Have they ever been ranked?
We took care of business. Took care of business. And Mike knows it too. And lastly, we have the man that's behind enemy lines. It's the definition of it. He's on the Minnesota-Wisconsin line. As a Lions fan, you want to talk about, ruthless. I mean, this guy has to be. It's our friend Justin Tessier. You can follow him over on Twitter at Teixeira91. Teixeira, we had you join the Dynasty DNA from Whistle to Whistle show. It's been a great addition to the network. And now you get to rumble and you get to melt the Bears Glazer a little bit here in Wiz tonight and this morning. You ready for that?
The day has come. I'm the inevitable. We're gonna have a blast tonight. I'm ready, guys. Let's do this.
Okay. Well, we're going to kick it off. We have a great show lined up for you guys. Great panel. Can't wait to get into it. But here we go. And it's going to be most improved offenses because, with the season on the horizon here, we want to know who's going to be some of these most improved offenses. We're going to talk about fantasy production. We want to see where you guys are at when it comes to that because we always want to get ahead of the game. Wiz, let's talk about it right now. Most improved fantasy offense in 2025, because this is a prediction show. Like I said, in the spirit of football, everyone wants to see what you're thinking, what you're feeling as far as these teams and players are going. So what about it? Who will be the most improved offense in 2025? Who's it going to be?
Yeah, I think the easiest and obvious answer for this is the Chicago Bears, right? I mean, I think they were one of the worst offenses last year. If you're going at total yards, in there, another good front runner, it could be New England Patriots because I know they're bottom of the league there. But I just gotta stick with Chicago Bears just because we're projecting all to take this big step forward with Ben Johnson now coaching that offense, right? There's continuity around Caleb Williams, which is what he needs, right? A structure for him to grow and develop as a quarterback, as a passer. None of this. We are not going to tell you what to study, what film to watch. He actually has some guidance and a coach to coach him, which is insane that he didn't have any of the structure before. They added Luther Burden, Colson Loveland, helped that offensive line. However, that left tackle spot still pretty shitty. So we'll see how that goes. Micah Parsons is in the division now. So, but overall, I think Chicago should be one of the biggest improvements for this year.
Okay, so would it have been anyone else for Wiz? The homer pick, the original Illinois transplant that moved to Alaska, we knew you'd go with the Bears. Honestly, I think a lot of people are definitely thinking that this is going to be one of these type offenses. So let me just ask you guys this. Is there any objections to Wiz as far as the Bears? Does anyone want to make a counter argument really quickly? Because I know I'm on the same page. I think Mike is. I think Slim is. And I don't know about Teixeira there.
Well, yeah, they're obviously going to be one of the most improved because they're garbage from last year, and it's only going up from here. When you start at the bottom of the pile, you got to work your way up somewhere, and they should be one of the more improved and low-hanging fruit offenses for 2025.
All right, so even Teixeira says, you can't go that low again. So you're saying the bar as low as it was last year, Teixeira, like they ain't going to limbo it. They're not going to go under that. There's only room to go.
Oh, they can, and they probably will because it's the Bears. But let's just have hope. Let's be positive. They can do it.
All right. Well, Teixeira giving you a little bit of hope there, Wiz, giving you a little bit of positive encouragement. We're going to have some kind of bet going on more with the Bears, with Wiz and Teixeira as the season goes along, because we know that's going to be a tipping point in the Dynasty DNA Discord. We're going to hear a lot about that. Mike, now we're coming over here to you. Any offense that you like being most improved in 2025? Do you want to go with Wiz with the Bears here? Do you want to stay on the same level, or do you think maybe there's another contender in your eyes?
So there's two on my mind. The Bears were one of, actually they would have been the third one, but there's two on my mind that weren't mentioned. And I'm just going to go with the Atlanta Falcons first. I really think they're going to look better with Michael Penix for a full season of working with, or full off season working with the ones. And I also think we underestimate Zach Robinson as the offensive coordinator coming from the Rams. He used to work with Matt Stafford, used to work with Jared Goff. And Michael Penix fits right into that mold of a big arm talent type quarterback who can throw the ball 100 times a game. I also think this is a big step for Bijan Robinson, having a really good quarterback, probably the best quarterback he's played with at this point, because Kirk looked a little dead in the water at the beginning of the season last year. And same with Drake London. So I think the entire team is all steam ahead.
Hey, Mike, do you know that Falcons were a top 5 NFL defense in yards per game, or yards overall last year?
Defense?
Offense. They're at top 5 for yards overall.
Yeah, but if you actually watch the Atlanta Falcons, they were not very good with Kirk Cousins.
They weren't very efficient. Well, Kirk Cousins did that one really good game.
Right. I know. I was looking at their points per game, and they're still in the top 12, I think, for that too. But in reality, I was watching,
they weren't a bad offense, which is crazy.
Yeah, they didn't look as efficient though. If you just sat and watched them, even everybody was saying Kirk Cousins looked like he had lost a step.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, I kind of like that call out, Mike, because in a way, it's I think what you're seeing with them kind of numbers was the division was just so bad, you know? I mean, I think it's just so bad, and I think that's what helped propel them. But you're right, like I think that's what made them numbers even look better. But like when they're going up against other competition, you're right, like Kirk Cousins, some of these things we've seen, like it wasn't great. So I mean, there is room for improvement there. So I like that call out. It was something different. And I mean, look, and I know you're a big time Michael Penix believer, so you're saying they're going to take even more of a step. So, you know,
I think they're one of the scariest teams in the NFL right now.
Ooh, nice.
I liked what they did.
I like that. I like that take. I think the Falcons have a higher ceiling that we're not giving them credit
Absolutely.
for.
I like what they did on defense in the draft. They drafted 2 edge rushers with Mykal Williams and James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. was one of my favorite edges coming out of the draft. That dude is a fucking monster. And then they drafted a safety from Notre Dame and a corner, I believe, from Oklahoma. So they're bringing a bit of an edge to that defense that they've been without some time. And that also translates to the offense a little bit too.
All right. So are they going to win the NFC South, Mike?
That was also going to be one of my hot takes, is that I think that the Falcons could win the NFC South, but
well, anyone could win the NFC South like every year. It doesn't matter.
Wiz is on the Panther bandwagon right now, Mike. You got to
no, not even that. I mean, you gotta respect the Bucks, but
come on now.
The Bucks.
If not the Falcons, then who might? Or Wiz, if not the Falcons, then
Bucks. You gotta respect the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Bucks as well, but I do think Atlanta's going to be better, and they have an opportunity to make a run at it. And I do think Carolina's going to be improved. I mean, how much improved we'll see. I mean, it's definitely the Saints are the cellar dweller for sure here. So.
And not only that, the Bucks are going to be without their left tackle for X amount of time. Tristan Wirfs going to be out, and that's huge because he's one of the best left tackles in football.
100%. That guy is a tank, no doubt about it. But Slim, we're coming over here to you, the host of the new up-and-coming Hutchinson Huddle DFS podcast on the Dynasty DNA Network. Sliminator, most improved offense in 2025. Now, let me just say, I want to just take a little guess at this because I know you. I've known you a long time.
All right, yeah.
Is the team that you have in mind wear the colors silver and black?
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
I figured. Go ahead, get into it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Raiders, you know, and I don't have as good of an argument as Mike about them winning the division because, you know, they don't play in the NFC South, so they don't get a cakewalk division with, you know, the Panthers probably being really bad and the Saints maybe not winning a game all year, you know. So I'm not going to say they're going to win the division, but they're a definitely improved team. Geno Smith coming over from Seattle he's not a top 5 quarterback by any means, but he can get the ball down in the red zone, and if he can just limit the turnovers, then they can be an 8-8 team all year long, and it's going to be a major improvement from what we've seen from the Raiders over the past even like 4 or 5 years at that point. And I mean, I do like what they've done on defense too. You know, Matt Crosby, I think he's, you know, always got his hat in the ring for Defensive Player of the Year as well. And then Ashton Genty coming over. We've seen Boise State get demolished on Saturday without Ashton Genty, and I just feel like that kid's going to be a beast.
Okay, so Slim, I'm not surprised. The Raiders, I kind of, like I said, I know you like the back of my hand, doing the morning shows with you, doing the deep dive with you. So Geno Smith, let's get into it. I mean, look, new team, new digs, and, you know, you are a Seahawks fan, so you know Geno Smith well. I mean, do you think that he gives you a high-end quarterback to finish then with the Raiders?
Oh, I think he does, yeah. I mean, having the weapons there that he has too. I mean, he's got Bowers. Jacoby Myers, you know, that's one of my guys, TJ. I know you love talking about Jacoby Myers too. I mean, he's got the talent and the ability and the playmakers on that offense, I feel like, to move the ball up and down the field. And then, you know, it's one of those things where I think even in the division, in a tough division, I still think they're going to give their division opponents tough times as well. We've seen Rashawn Slater already go down for the Chargers offensive line. I think that's a huge blow, and I think some people are, you know, kind of underplaying it, if you will. And then, I mean, like, I think the Broncos are probably the best team in that division. That might be a little bit of a hot take too, but I mean, I just think that Mahomes and the Chiefs can't get lucky all the times on these in these one-score games. So, I mean, I think that if the Raiders can push those division teams too, that it could be a really good year for them. And, you know, couple things go their way and they finish with 10 wins, they might sneak into a playoff berth as well. I think it could happen.
See, I do think they're going to be better. I'm more in the tune of being around that 500 mark. But look, I'll give you credit. I do think they're going to go in a better direction. And, you know, Rich, I mean, Dynasty Dogs podcast, Mike's co-host, is kind of a Raider head too, is he not, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know where all that love came from, to be honest with you. But he thinks they're going to be one of the sneaky ones to win that division, I believe he said. I'd have to go back. He was saying some outlandish things, but the Raiders were definitely on. They were the one of two teams that I had that were going to be the most improved offense, all because of what Slim said.
Yeah, a lot of good points. And, I know Slim, we're talking about DFS and betting and things like that. I know during the deep dive episodes early on, you said about taking the over. What was it, like 7.5 for the Raiders as far as a win total? You said take the over. Is that still
I
up?
did it 6.5.
6.5.
Wow.
So, I mean, I agree with you. I think that was a good call on your part. I think that they can definitely hit that. I think they're more than capable. But we'll hop back to Teixeira because after him, I will be giving mine. So, Teixeira, just so everyone knows, no one's touched on mine yet. So, they're still on the table. I want to
I don't want to touch yours. I don't want to touch yours.
Yeah, I can't wait. So, get into it. Teixeira, who is your most improved offense in 2025?
I'm going to come out a different approach here. I'm going to go with the New York Jets. The last 2 years they've invested in their offensive line in the draft, taking tackles, and they bring in Aaron Glenn and Tanner Engstrom and some of that coaching staff from the Lions, which is a similar team that is being heavily supported on this podcast. Also had to do the same blueprint. So I think they'll turn them to more a run-oriented offense. They already talked about influencing and utilizing multiple backs and try to get that run game going. And if that starts to get going, I think that'll make Justin Fields more comfortable to do what he's capable of in throwing the football that we saw with him in flashes with DJ Moore. And I think that with the new coaching staff, the emphasis on the run game and bringing in those offensive linemen, I think from where they were at last year with Aaron Rodgers in that offense, where it was very like hot or cold, that we could see a lot more consistency. And it's a harder division going up against the Patriots, who are also up and coming and rising themselves. And the Dolphins, we know how hot they can be and how much points they can put up on the board. So I think it'll challenge them to be better this season. And iron should sharpen iron, in that it shouldn't be as much of a cakewalk for the Bills this year in that division, with the Jets having Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson over there trying to compete. And as well as, I think the addition of them bringing in Mason Taylor is really some under the radar, going to be a huge impact for them this season for the run and pass blocking, as well as just filling in those target volume that was vacated when Devontae Adams left and the ghost of Alan Lazard disappeared. So I'm taking the Jets. I think they'll be the most improved because, like the Bears, the bar's real low there. So it'd be easier for them to take that leap forward and then develop coming into 2025.
Okay, interesting. And look, I mean, given the fact that Aaron Glenn, the Detroit system, like he brought a lot of them type people with him, so let me ask you right now, Teixeira, the Jets better than the Bears in 2025?
Absolutely.
Because Bob has a bet, I think, going with Wiz on this, that the Jets will finish ahead of the Bears. So you're with Bob on this.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you got it, Wiz. Bob and Teixeira going against you with the Jets over the Bears. What do you got to say? I'll give you a second to rebuttal that.
Other than we just need mandatory drug tests here at the Dynasty DNA Network.
I love it. But you guys didn't hit mine, man. And I'm surprised you didn't. Now, in Gold We Trust said, come on, boys. We all know the most improved offense is going to be the Titans. He said that in the chat. Let me just say this in Gold We Trust. Mike would love you for that because he is a big Cam Ward guy, and he is a believer as well. And I do think that they're going to be better. So that's a good one to bring up, too. I think that was a really solid one to bring up. But the one that I'm going to be bringing up, and I know Ty's going to be somewhere smiling when we talk about this, New England Patriots with Drake May and Travion Henderson. And some of these players, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be better. Now, do I think that, I'm not going to take the layup like Wiz and say Chicago or someone like that because
that was a pretty close to a layup as well. They're they're like right one spot ahead of Chicago for yards, and they're behind them in points per game. So it's like,
well, you look at the weapon category, Wiz. You look at the weapon cabinets there. I mean, it's totally different. But New England, I'm going to go with them. Look, this division is kind of there for the taking in my eyes, a little bit outside of Buffalo. I know the Jets still have a solid defense, but I mean, look, I just think like you got Miami. We know how that goes when they come up north, and you kind of look at their schedule, and it's not too bad, right? So I think that Drake May is going to take a step. I'm going to put my faith in Mike Vrabel and this New England offense to kind of go in the right direction. Now, I don't think Drake May is going to be a world beater or anything like that, but I do think that they're going to be a better team, and they're going to be rocking and rolling. James Stark says, good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning, man.
Morning.
Happy to have you with us.
James.
Celebrating football. It is Christmas Eve. I think tonight I'm going to wear my Santa Claus hat because it's Christmas Eve for football almost, right? Because I feel like it's got to be festive. I got to feel really good coming into the night show after you got Wiz dragging everybody down this morning because he's tired. But
Christmas Eve would be like Wednesday for football, right? I mean, TJ, you seem like the type of guy that starts listening to Christmas music 2 months out.
Oh, don't do that, TJ. Don't be that guy.
Well, which I light my lights up at Thanksgiving like everyone else, Wiz.
Hey, I drove by a house the other day that had Halloween decorations out already. So, you know,
yeah, exactly.
People just like to celebrate early.
I guess early bird gets the worm.
Take the wind out of my sails. I watched college football last night, Wiz. I'm feeling good. But we're going to go into the next topic because this one's going to be really interesting. We're going to get into some player talk. Wiz, you're up to bat. We got the player who will outperform ADP in 2025. Who do you have as your guy that will outperform ADP?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this should not come close to a shocker at all, but I'm going to go with Rome and Wilson.
Oh, you're fucking
yeah. Roman Wilson's going to be outperforming ADP for sure, right? I said it on the last show that he's going to be outscoring Travis Hunter. And I didn't think that was a hot take, but Mike looked speechless.
I don't understand how you don't think that's a hot take. That is like
that's just how bad Travis Hunter is. He's just not him.
Mike's face is so disgusting when Wiz went into this whole spiel. But
is there anybody here to hold Mike back? This is gonna get rough.
You're saying
there's like a whole country between the two.
Yeah, I have a whole country buffer. That's why I get all wild with saying this kind of stuff,
Oh, he's even got not just the whole country, another country in Canada to watch as well. So.
It's true. A whole continent between us.
Right. But okay, so Roman Wilson, this is a dumpster diver player I talked about a lot. So go ahead and tell us. I mean, what are you thinking here for Roman Wilson? Do you think that he could be a really viable option here?
Yeah, I think Roman Wilson, he's just one of those guys right from his film. From the limited amount of film you saw, because I mean it was like 5-6 minutes to watch for a whole game, which was kind of nice and refreshing to watch. I'll be honest, when going through a bunch of them, it helps out when they're short. But something you notice with him that kind of stands out, right, is he's just a guy that gets open the field, right? He knows the soft spot and zones. He's a real smart football player. He's just a quarterback's good best friend, right? And I don't want to. I think he's gonna pair well with Aaron Rodgers, like a guy that get open easily, right? You've seen that before with like the Jordy Nelsons, the Devontae Adams, the Alan Lazards, right? I'm not saying he's gonna be Devontae Adams, but I think that in between thing of Alan Lazard to like a low Devontae Adams like ceiling or floor, I guess, is probably like Roman Wilson's ceiling, right? And I think overall, I think he's gonna be a solid contributor that's gonna be a nice flex worthy start, and then maybe every now and then you put him in your wide receiver too, right? I mean, like you're still looking at maybe like wide receiver 3, like probably still ceiling, right? Ceiling wise, it's just not like super high, but for where you're getting them, right? I think you're buying them at wide receiver 7-8 prices, which is, I mean, that right there, if he performs 5 position groups ahead, right? That's a lot of improvement, especially coming off last year where he didn't really play much because his hamstrings were made of glass. So it looks like he's getting healthy there. And just overall, I'm just excited to see Roman Wilson. I've been telling you guys, I'm cornering the market on Roman Wilson rookie cards. So as soon as he starts doing well, I'm going to be selling all these off. You see a flood of them in the market. You're like, damn, I really want a Roman Wilson card. Where are they at? I have them all.
So let me just do this for
Panel
you.
gauntlet of Roman Wilson cards.
Let me do this for you, Wiz. Because not only did you ruin Mike's morning already, you can see it on his face. He can't wait to rebuttal this. But let me just say this, like, you know how I feel about Roman Wilson. And again, like, it is going to be an opportunity here. You look great in preseason. I know it's preseason, but I think that it's a good call. I think he's going to do well. I think this is my prediction, and we won't get in any more Wiz Roman Wilson talk, just in case he has some later down the line. Knowing him, he may. But I think that there is a fair chance he could be a wide receiver 3. I think there's a fair chance of that. And we'll see what happens. He's a guy that can separate. He's a guy that can make a lot of plays. And I'm telling you, man, he's sneaky. Don't let him sneak up on you, Mike. You want to go ahead and give Wiz a little jab before I ask you your player, Mike?
He's not even the fucking wide receiver 3 on his own team. He's not even the best. No, he's not. You got DK. You got Jonnu Smith. You got
the tight end.
And then who else?
You got Pat
Calvin
Freiermuth.
Austin.
You got Calvin Austin.
You think Pat Freiermuth is going to
Yeah,
get more targets than Roman Wilson? All right, Mike. You're just I see what you're doing, right? You're just trying to throw shit in the fan to hit me with shit in the fan, but you're standing in front of it when you're throwing it.
The only thing
behind it.
Out of the NFL. That's going to be outperforming ADP. He's going to be out of the NFL in 2 years.
Oh, so I mean, we'll see, Mike. We'll see. I mean, we already have I think we have a
Javon
bet
Baker
on
the
this
practice squad of the Philadelphia Eagles is a better option than Roman fucking Wilson.
Is Javon Baker with the Eagles?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god, man! What?
Mike made a call.
Mike
Mike
let the Eagles do this.
He's got connections in Philadelphia. He made the call.
He made the call.
Yeah, that's why they grabbed him. I know what he's got going on, but in Gold We Trust says I'm going to go Jerry Jeudy as long as Flacco is starting and Tony Pollard. Both solid options. I can't disagree with that. And them guys, hey, look, and I give Jerry Jeudy a lot of credit. I said it on a lot of shows. You showed me a lot of character. He got up off the mat, fought back. He could have laid down. Anyone that gets traded to Cleveland, I mean, you think that could be the death nail. And he was able to survive that. Sitting at 105 in redraft league, do I go JJ or CD? Caleb Wu wants to know. Wiz said Jetta. I agree. I don't know if you guys have any difference with that, but I think I go Jettas as well.
I don't think
the only other thing I would consider is Christian McCaffrey because that's what I did in one of my leagues. But of those two options,
yeah, I think so. I think I got to go that route with you.
Okay. No, we're not.
Get in here, Noah. Yeah, come on.
We know you're JJ McCarthy hate. We know you're JJ McCarthy hate. And if Bob was here, he would be very upset right now. Very upset.
I mean, that's fine. But we've all talked about how well Dak does on years that are odd numbered, right?
Right. No, that's true.
But having Pickens next to Lamb over there is going to make it where, they're not going to be able to cover CD, like double coverage and whatnot. I don't know, man. I like CD if you can get him at the 105. Justin Jefferson, he's even got that injury still, right? He's still got that injury.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hamstring? It's soft tissue, right?
Yep.
Yeah, soft tissue. It was a hamstring.
Yeah,
but he's back in practice.
Man, that worries me too. I would take CD at the 105 over Jefferson.
I don't think there's a wrong answer between the two, mostly because of what.
Well, there's definitely a wrong answer, but we won't know what it is until later.
True, but my thing is also what Slim was saying is that the Cowboys don't have a defense now. They're going to have to pretty much play Cincinnati Bengals football and just chuck the football because they also don't have a running game. So CeeDee Lamb might be the number one wide receiver scorer this year.
Well, you guys know I said as far as dynasty impact goes, I think he's one of the guys that you could buy and the door open for, and you definitely got to walk through that door. I mean, I agree. I mean, look, I would be happy with either of them. I know he even said, like, in the chat there, like, QB proof. What are you worried about as far as, like, JJ, then Dak is with Dallas. But, look, we've seen guys like Sam Darnold and Josh Dobbs look good with Kevin O'Connell. So, I mean, I think it's more of the system, and Justin Jefferson's so good. Look, man, just throw it up. Throw it up. When you're in trouble, dial 18. That's all you got to do. I mean, that's all we got to do. But let's go over now to the next guy.
Say, real quick, we have 8 minutes for the giveaway. So if you guys want to win a Josh Jacobs 3 out of 20 autograph card, go over to our Discord on the giveaway tab and just click enter, and you'll be.
Don't let Wiz talk you into fucking apps about card bidding because
I already got to share it on there. You just
hell yeah.
Yeah, Wiz, he's got the old card apps going on. I know, Mike, you got to watch him. He's a charmer, like we talked about. But let's go over to the next guy on our list here. Mike, we're coming to you. one player who outperforms ADP in 2025. You going to go with Roman as well, Mike? You coming aboard the train with me and Wiz and Teixeira?
No, I'll let that train. I'd rather let that train hit me, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to go. I had a couple guys on here, but I think I'm going to save one of them for a little bit later on. I'm going to go with Cedric Tillman here at ADP of 170. In Gold We Trust mentioned Jerry Jeudy as long as Flacco's starting. I would flip that and say I would want Cedric Tillman as long as Joe Flacco's starting. We saw what Cedric Tillman did with Jameis Winston, which is pretty much the same thing as Joe Flacco at this point. We also have seen Joe Flacco feed the prototypical X wide receivers in Michael Pittman, which is what he did when he was with the Indianapolis Colts last year. So I'm very interested in Cedric Tillman. I've been very bullish on Cedric Tillman. I think he's a very cheap acquirable asset at this point. So I think he's definitely somebody who's going to jump in ADP.
Okay. So Mike, Cedric Tillman, you know how I feel about Cedric Tillman. Like you and me are polar opposites. Like you don't like Roman. I don't like Cedric. So like we're completely, totally opposite on that, Mike. Usually you and I are sailing down the same river, but right now it's like, boy, we're on the opposite side of history.
Well, you just don't have a paddle. I have a paddle because I've seen Cedric Tillman do something.
Paddle because we're going down the river. You're trying to go up the river with your shitty Cedric Tillman boat. Listen, Mike, I traded
Cedric Tillman boat. At least he's done something in the NFL.
You know, I traded Cedric Tillman for Roman Wilson in the league, and I do not regret it.
You should have major regrets. You should get no regrets tattooed on you for that one.
Ooh.
So James Stark says Ricky Pearsall top 15. I know that Wiz would appreciate that.
Nope.
I know he'd appreciate that. But let's hop to Sliminator here. Sliminator, who's going to outperform ADP in 2025? Don't tell me it's another Raider, Slim. Don't tell me it's another Raider.
No, it's not a Raider. No, because my favorite Raiders won in the first round. So I mean, yeah. No, and I mean I'm not going as far down the board as these guys are. My guy's a 4th round pick, but I think he can finish really high up boards. And I've been preaching it all year. It's Marvin Harrison. He's not getting the respect that he should. And I mean, I am super high on Marvin Harrison. He's a top 12 receiver in my eyes. And I mean, I think he could go even higher than that. So we'll get into that later on. But man, I think Marvin Harrison, where are you getting him? Like I got him in the 4th round in a 12-team draft the other day. I'm like, what are people doing? Like, yeah, I was early 4th round. I get it. But this guy has a chance to be a top 12 receiver in the league. He should be a 3rd round pick, 2nd round pick, in my opinion. I don't mind taking him at the back end of like the 2nd, 3rd turn. Like if you get Jamar Chase at the 1 and you want to go with a 1 RB and then Marvin Harrison at the 3-1, I love taking him there. And I think that you still get great value there. And I still think he pays off.
Okay. And I will give you credit, Slim. You stick with your guys, you practice what you preach. And I think we're all Marv fans here. I mean, I know everyone at the network, we scouted him. We know what kind of talent he has. We hope that he can hit that ceiling. I just worry about Kyler Murray, but this division inside and out. I know that you to say a Cardinal had to kill you there, but I don't think you're going to get any disagreement here. And I do think it's going to get better for Marv. How much better does it get? And, we've been saying this all off season too. If it's better and it maybe ain't still at your expectation, I still wouldn't sell for peanuts, right? I just think it will get better as time goes. And if it goes badly for the Cardinals, like I've said this too, and Wiz and Mike can attest to this. I think I said it on the Triple Threat show. If it goes badly, I could see the Cardinals low-key maybe shopping Kyler Murray, maybe trying to start something new. Like that's kind of been in the past things and rumblings we've heard. Not saying it will happen, but usually where there's smoke, there's fire, and that's something you got to watch for. And maybe a quarterback change would even be better for Marv. But I agree. I think that's a player that you almost got to circle and say it's got to get better. But let's hop over to Teixeira. Teixeira, one player who will outperform ADP in 2025. Who do you have for us?
I'm feeling the love this morning, DJ, and I think it's going to be Jordan Love. I think he's going to overperform his ADP. I mean, in a lot of my startup drafts, I've been just swinging on him in the later rounds and passing up on those elite quarterback options, and I think that Matthew Golden's emergence should help, and that running game is still good. And I just have a feeling that where you can get Love in drafts, he's going to well outperform this year. He had a bad season last year due to injury, and his wide receiver core was like the Three Stooges on crack, where they couldn't decide who wanted to be on the field, who's doing what, or even catching the ball. But I feel like a whole offseason healthy and getting Matthew Golden and a couple of those wide receivers that they took in the draft and brought onto their practice squad should help calm the waters and ease everybody's anxiety about how we feel about that Packers passing game offense this season. And where you're getting them, probably I'm assuming like way down deep into your drafts. I'd rather invest in him where he's at than take a swing on one of those middle tiers like a Kyler Murray or even CJ Stroud for dynasty drafts.
And see, I love it. Can you feel the love? Like if I could play it right now, I would. I got to get that on the mixer. Just like usually I play my phone through the Bluetooth. I got to get that on the mixer. And everyone knows how I feel about Jordan Love. And I agree with you, Teixeira. I'd rather have him than Kyler Murray. I mean, I'd rather have him than some of these other guys. Brock Purdy, I'd rather have Jordan Love. It's close with Justin Herbert. I think you can make the case either way. Like he is a guy, CJ Stroud. I mean, look, this year, give me Jordan Love this year. So I'm with you on that. Like, I think that he's a guy that should be getting a little bit more respect. You know, whenever Micah got traded there, Big Bob reached out to me and said, I'm sure TJ's glowing right now because any help for Jordan Love makes him very happy. And I said, yeah, it does. I mean, if it ain't for the Steelers, I'm happy. Jordan Love's getting the help. So Teixeira, I know everyone's a lover here. So I don't think that you're going to get any hate from anybody here. So I think that's a good call, my friend. Let's go over to my guy that's going to outperform ADP in 2025. It's the guy that always outperforms ADP. We bet against him all the time, and we always are wrong, and we're probably going to be wrong again. Give me James Cook, Buffalo Bills running back, right? 16th running back off the board in a dynasty startup that we did, the Inner Circle League. 16th off the board. And, you know, he finishes as running back 8, running back 12. He always outperforms the ADP. And he's a guy that I love to get as my second running back. I know he was having the contractual issue, but hey, he got it done fairly quick there. Got some good reps. He'll be just fine. Outside of Josh Allen, he's the other guy in the offense that makes it go for Buffalo. I mean, then too, I get that he has those hit or miss games, but that's why I always say it's good to get him as a running back 2. You don't want to rely on him as a running back 1, but you want to get him as a running back 2. So I like the James Cook call. Does anybody have any objections to that?
I mean, yeah, everyone counts him out.
Only if Josh Allen wants to keep vulturing his goal line work and short yardage game. Otherwise, I think that's pretty solid, actually.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
That's the biggest thing, right? I mean, he got a lot of his points off last year for a lot of touchdowns, right? That was just boomer bust weeks every week.
Yeah.
So is the goal line going to be there, right? You saw the Bills last year; they were using a lot of Ty Johnson, a little bit of Ray Davis, not as much Ray Davis as we would have expected, right? Ty Johnson was out there a fuck ton for what kind of player Ty Johnson is. He's probably not even on a roster right now. He might be a practice squad kind of guy right now. I don't know where he's at, but I don't know. It just James Cook's one of those guys. He's a safe asset now because he got paid, right? But to me, I just still view him as Isaiah Pacheco. That something in my brain I still have not been able to grasp around. That I think he's gonna get replaced at some point. I just don't know when. So I got to flip my gear. So I don't think it's a horrible pick, TJ. It's just not the guy I would have went with.
Well, that's because you are not a fair believer in James Cook. How many times you got to do it, Wiz? How many times you got to do it for you to be enjoying it? How many times? I mean, look,
I don't know. I think Chris McCaffrey would have been a better bet because I feel like they're going right around the same ADP.
Maybe in I don't know. I mean, Christian McCaffrey was picked in the 3rd round of that league.
Was it?
Yeah. Where you're coming up with that one from Wiz. Nice trying to douse my James Cook love like Jordan Love. But no, I think that it is a good pick, honestly, guys. And here's the thing. We know, I mean, look, like I said, it's streaky. I get that. But that's why I say running back 2 flex. He's perfect for that because, like, you can rely on him. The floor is always usually 10 points, but the ceiling could be 40, right? So give me that guy as my running back 2 if I have a dominator running back 1. But let's hop into the next question here. But before we do, in all honesty, Wiz has got these awesome giveaways going on in the Discord, guys. If you guys aren't in the Discord, you got to get over there and join because you can get involved in that and it's a great time. You got to go over Dynasty DNA Discord, links in their Twitter description at the top of the page. You can click and join for free. But this one is going to be really interesting. Best post first round rookie fantasy performer in 2025. So I'm going to ask you, it could be any position, just a guy that wasn't really going typically in the first round of rookie drafts, right? And I'll give you credit, and I know you're not going to say it because I wouldn't say it, but Caleb Johnson was a guy that was floating around back end one, early second. So if you give me a guy like that, I will give you a pass. So if it's a guy that's kind of close to being a back end first round, early second round pick, I'll give you a pass on that. But Wiz, I'll start with you. Post first round rookie that will outperform expectations and be the best performer, any position, who's it going to be?
Yeah, it's a little tough because the first name that kind of I want to say I don't think it qualifies is Matthew Golden, right? I think Matthew Golden's going to be a guy that definitely is going to feast now, especially with the news with Jaden Reed with his fractured foot that needs surgery, but he's going to play through it. To me, that screams that it's going to be limited time. He's going to be a frustrating asset to own in fantasy once again. So I think Jaden Reed's definitely a good sell candidate right now just for that because I think his value is going to dip down a lot next season or in between the season, especially if he goes out for this injury. So, but I think Matthew Golden's kind of been a first round consistently. I've seen him go in the early second a few times in drafts, but most of the time he's the first round. So, I'm just going to go with a guy that I believe in a lot, and that's going to be Jaden Higgins. Just a guy that I think he's gonna complement Nico Collins really well in Texas, down in Texas. I don't know, in Houston, but just overall, I don't know. I know there's a lot of questions with the offensive line that is it gonna be strong? Is it gonna be able to hold up? I just like CJ Stroud, we saw him being a lot more mobile last year than what he was his rookie year, right? Taking another step forward, right? Coming off his sophomore year. It's just something that you like to see these guys build upon. And I think they helped him out with the wide receiver room. Christian Kirk's there as well. Jalen Noel, they drafted. Tank Dell's banged up. He's hurt. I guess Joe Mixon's also hurt. Nick Chubb might be on the injury report at some point as well. So, I mean, the whole team's a little banged up. So it doesn't look good, but I don't know. I'm really confident in Jaden Higgins. I think he's going to be a tremendous talent. I know there's been a lot more hot takes going around about Jaden Higgins that, Dynasty Dogs, one of their better takes guy over there, Rich, he said Jaden Higgins is going to overtake Nico Collins. I don't know if I'm that far ahead yet, but I think it's in the realm of possibility. I think he'd be a true dominator, a true alpha in this league.
Okay, so I like the Jaden Higgins call. Everyone knows how I feel about Jaden Higgins. And you're right. I think next to Matthew Golden, I think being that guy, I think he can have that type of season. And I agree. You're referencing Rich's call. That was something that you and I talked about as well. Wiz and Mike said about it. I'm like, man, me and Rich are telepathically connected. I think that Jaden Higgins does have a fair shot to do that if he can hit his ceiling. I mean, it's still a lot of big ifs, but I think he has the talent and ability to do that just based off his size, his route running, where he can line up inside, outside, very versatile player and could be a really good weapon. But I like that call. Mike, this one's coming over to you because you know this class. You know it like the back of your hand. We really looked through these films. I mean, you, myself, Wiz, a lot of us, we went through these tapes. And how do you feel about this 2025 post-first round rookie who's going to be the best performer? Who do you have?
So I definitely read this question wrong as I was setting up for this episode. So I had to dig into my bag of tricks here. So I'm going to go with the guy I had ranked the highest pre-draft and post-draft. That's going to be Trey Harris. I still believe that he can still be a top guy for fantasy points, even with Lad McConkey there. I think he brings a different dimension of what they kind of wanted Quentin Johnson to be. Unfortunately, I think he takes.
I think we lost Mike.
We lost Mike. It's all right.
He's back.
Got lost
He's
there.
back.
Trey Harris can win in the red zone, can win on big plays. He's a big body wide receiver, can go up and get it. I really think this is one of the dudes that could be one of the top touchdown scorers for this rookie class for the wide receiver position. I really think he could be one of the top guys, a solid wide receiver too in the future.
Yeah, I see. Like you kind of hit the nail on the head, especially like this rookie year, Mike. Like I think that's where he's going to do his best work is the red zone. I like Trey Harris, and he is very good down there. And really, the Chargers need a guy like that, right? I mean, like Quentin Johnson. I mean, you want to talk about a turd? We know what he is. I mean, it's nothing special. I mean, really, they got Tyler Conklin and a couple other little tight ends, but like nothing major. So, like Trey Harris is that big body guy. He is very like. Unlike Quentin Johnson, he's a lot more of a my ball guy. Very good contested catch. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough, but I mean, he has the capabilities of putting up numbers. I definitely am with you. I'm a Trey Harris fan. I'm not someone that's going to sit here and say he's going to be bad. I think he's going to be very solid. And it's going to be interesting to see if Keenan Allen does anything at all because we know Ladd McConkey's there. We know Keenan's older. Is there room for all three of these guys? We know Slater, the big left tackle's hurt. And that's a shame. He's always out for them, man. And he's a perennial all-star type player. But, yeah, I mean, I think that I like Trey Harris, especially for touchdowns. I think you're right on. He'll get some good amount of touchdowns, I think, this year, more than people think.
Yeah, I think, you mentioned Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey. I think those guys are going to be the target earners.
Yeah.
Trey Harris doesn't need, 10 targets, 12 targets. He can get it off, 5 targets and be efficient. I really like Trey. I'm a firm believer. There's been a lot of negative buzz with the drops, but if you go back to like all the college stuff, drops weren't really an issue. I forget exactly what the percentage was, but it was extremely low for a 5-year player. So I'm still all systems ahead or all steam ahead, all sales ahead, whatever the fucking saying is. I'm still waking up. I'm still believing Trey Harris.
Yeah, it's water underneath the fridge, Mike.
What?
So we'll hop over here to Slim. And I knew Mike was going to go with his boy, Trey Harris. Sliminator, one rookie who will be an outperformer, maybe the best out of this group post-first round. Who do you have?
We have a really good question.
All right. Well, I got to say I do agree with Wiz. Jaden Higgins was a guy that I did type out on my little notepad here. But I got a guy that's down there even later that I like that at the end of the year, he's going to be a starting running back for his team. And that's Bayshaw Tootin for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I like it, Slim. Preach.
That is my guy.
Dropping a bomb on us already this morning. All right.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's fine. Have a little backlash, but I'm not a big fan of Travis Etienne. Fumbling issues are just there, and I mean, I feel like they gave that guy shots, and just he can't seem to perform. And then, we've got, I know TJ's nickname for Turd Bigsby there. So I'm not worried about him jumping the depth chart over Tank Bigsby at all. I think Bayshaw Tootin could be the running back for the future for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think where you're getting him at down there in rookie drafts, I mean, why not take a shot on him? And, could be 2 weeks after Travis Etienne fumbles twice, week 3, we could see a lot of Bayshaw Tootin if Etienne keeps putting the ball on the ground.
Bayshaw Tootin fumbles more than everybody else in that rotation.
He'll be good, Mike. You got to give him some slack, But like, I love it because like when Mike turns his head, I'm like, yes, we got him. We got him right now.
Well, I don't know if I heard it right or from just like waking up. What did you say, Slim? You said Bayshaw Tootin is gonna be the guy that outshines.
Yeah, he is.
And he's going to take over the backfield in Jacksonville.
He could.
He could be the RB1 at the end of the year for Jacksonville, yes.
I love that. So you got to go upside, Slim. That guy has a lot of explosiveness. I know Wiz and Mike, it kills them because they just believe in this Turd Bigsby following. I don't know why, but they just love him so much. It's
not even like you have to look at what he did last year, right? But before we get more into this, right? New giveaways up. It's gonna be a Cale Williams, a little PSA 8 rookie in there. So make sure you guys go into that in the Discord. Just drop the link in the YouTube chat for that one. And also, you see the question there. I think it's a real juicy question, DJ.
Yeah, I was just going to get into that. I had to finish up the Bayshaw Tootin argument.
Time out. 1 second. He's not even the best rookie running back that they drafted this year. Okay, now go forward.
We're going to give some love to LaQuinn Allen?
LaQuinn Allen is a miles better running back than Bayshaw Tootin.
So this is how it's going to go. Bayshaw is going to be the new version of ETN. Allen will be the new version of Turd Bigsby, and we'll all be happy. And
Listen, Bayshaw Tootin, right? he's a lot like Keaton Mitchell. He just had higher draft capital, right? He's the big, explosive, change of pace back. And I mean, he's gonna have those points that he's gonna get that touchdown. He's gonna get that monster 80-yard run for a touchdown. But good luck figuring out what league it is. So if you have best ball, good guy to roster.
And I mean,
Don't have best ball,
like
you should just let someone else start him in their lineups.
I mean, this seems like a big shot, but like, okay, at the end of the year, this is Etienne's 5th season, right? He hasn't signed a new contract, right?
Nope.
No, they picked up his 5th year, and that was it, I think.
Right. So, like, me saying that Bashaw Tutin's going to be the RB1 at the end of the season, like, if they don't re-sign Etienne, Jad's RB1 next year could be Bashaw Tutin.
Could be, Slim.
Yeah,
but
ahead too.
Or Jaquinda Jackson.
Well,
let me say, it's like you project these things out.
I think it's what we're all agreeing on, right?
Well,
Wiz, we got to get into the trade. We got to get into the trade question here because this is a good one. We got to help Bray Rock out here. Somebody just offered me JSN and Travion Henderson. I give them Kyron, DK, and Keenan Allen. Should I do it? If I'm getting JSN and Travion Henderson, yes, I do that. Not a problem. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm definitely going that route.
Yeah, that's easy for me.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say 100% for me as well. I mean, you're getting younger running back, and Jackson Smith and Jigma. That's a guy I've been targeting a lot in redraft leagues. That's a guy that I was gonna pick for a guy that's gonna outshine ADP this year. But I think his ADP is still pretty good. So it's gonna be hard to outshine it. But good guy.
I agree. James Stark said, "Where's the link for the Discord, Wiz? Do you have it in the YouTube chat? I believe you said."
Yeah, I just dropped it in there.
Okay.
So it's in there for him. But yeah.
Wait, we're able to enter these giveaways?
Well, I tried to re-roll it and it won't work to re-roll it. So I got slid one to Josh Jacobs in there, but we should not be entering this,
All right.
Congrats, Slim.
I don't care. I mean,
I tried, but I couldn't do it. It wouldn't work.
Put it back up again. I don't mind.
Put it back up. Slim's a homer. But let me just say this. This is just you say it ain't you.
Card.
Now listen. Wiz tells me it isn't Christmas, but why are we giving things away? And it's the spirit. It's the spirit of the thing. It's Christmas, Wiz. I mean, I know you don't like to admit it, but I'm right again. Let's go over to the next one.
Wiz is Mr. Hanky.
Teixeira, we'll hop in with you. The rookie that's gonna overperform ADP. Another South Park reference, but rookie that's gonna be the best post first round rookie. Who do you have?
I went deep in the submarine here, and my sonar is going off. And who gave me a blip? I'm gonna be rocking with Kyle Williams. I mean, I got him really late in a lot of rookie drafts, taking a swing on him. I think with the Patriots shipping off Javon Baker, Polk on the IR, Diggs doing coke on boats, doing his thing, and I think the opportunities there is for volume to be Drake May's future number one in that offense and that future guy, that go-to guy. Like, he's got the intangibles, the speed, the athleticism, and I think the only thing that's hindering him is just getting acclimated to that offense, getting a rapport with Drake May. And I think you're able to get him in your rookie drafts later on in those third, fourth, or even later those rounds. I think he's a great value for you, and he should. I guess best is a little rich to take, but I think I like the value from what I'm getting him, and he has the potential to be if what goes right in a way, because it seems like path has been cleared for him as far as the depth chart goes, and I think Drake May in that New England offense is an ascending talent, and you want to get pieces while you still can, and they're affordable.
Yeah, I like that call. I really do. You guys know how I feel about Kyle Williams, and you're right. I mean, kind of looking at it, right? Sometimes when you're trying to call some of these players out, like what's going on around them, you're right to share. There's a lot of turnover in that wide receiver room in New England based off of Polk and Baker and some of them things. And you have, like you said, who knows with Stephon Diggs, and will he even be 100% healthy, especially right away? Mm-hmm. And, I really like the film on Kyle Williams. I mean, It could be a little bit of a process, but boy, if he can hit a ceiling, this could be a good call out for sure. And he has big play potential. But we're going to come back to me. And, when I was telling Ty about the segments for this first show, he goes, so you're not going to do pretty much the same segments for the second show? I said, no, not really. He said, okay, well, you got to call the guy out for me. I said, okay, who is it? Torrey Horton, wide receiver, Seattle Seahawks. I got to give Ty some love here because, look, he is a Cooper Kupp fan because he likes old players. We know that. He's an old player collector. Yeah, that's it. Respecting elders. That's how Ty is. But he did say, look, if Cooper Kupp goes down, this guy can play. He's a big fan of his. And he said, look, he can make some noise in that offense behind JSN. And we'll see. But I had to give that's a shout out to Ty. That's his call out. You guys mentioned a lot of mine. I liked a lot of them players you mentioned. So you guys know how I feel about that. Bayshaw. I do like Trey Harris. I do like also Jaden Higgins. You know how I feel about that. And to share with Kyle Williams. I can't give you guys any kind of crap. I like all them guys. So I'm on par with you on all that. And that is Ty's guy. It's a dart throw, but it could work out for you. And let's go over to the hot take segment. Now, this one's going to be fun because I know Wiz is like what is it on the Scoble scale is like 1 million sometimes on these. So Wiz, go ahead. You got the first hot take here. What do you got for us? And let's talk about it.
Like going with these hot takes, I have two, and I just don't know if I should say this player again. I'll say it, but I'll give the other hot take as well. So, Roman Wilson is going to finish as a top 30 wide receiver. And I'm not talking about 3-0 either. We're talking about inside 29 there, I think it's wheels up for him. Like I said, he's gonna outshine Travis Hunter. He's gonna outproduce him in the wide receiver department. Travis Hunter could be a better cornerback. That's all right. At least Roman Wilson made up his mind for what position he's gonna play in the NFL. And my other one is, I think Justin Herbert. He's gonna be a top 5 quarterback this year.
Okay, Justin Herbert
overall. So
your guy, you have him rostered a lot, Wiz. But Mike turned his head again as soon as you mentioned the name. He just could not stomach that. Mike, Roman Wilson.
Mike has PTSD. Whenever you say Roman Wilson, he just flinches a little bit there. It's all right. We're getting him behaved. It's kind of like a dog with a shot collar when you're trading him around like the perimeter of the thing. You have it all set up, and it's like the first time it crosses over without the collar on, it goes a little bit like that because it knows what's going to happen, but it doesn't.
Watching his film was like watching the beginning of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, it's a real good movie. I think that movie won a Grammy, right?
Yeah, the Grammy. That's for music, dumbass.
What? Or a Grammy, whatever the thing is. Sorry, I don't keep up with the award shows. I've never been invited to one, so
you should.
You ain't gonna win any fantasy awards doing all this shit. But anyway, am I up for hot takes?
Yes, you are up, Mike. You're up. I'll let you go because I know you had to sit through that, and I knew you had a hard time.
I got 2 of them as well. And I'll start with the first one here that I have. It's because, and you mentioned I could have a call out too. And I think I'm going to go with the call out with this hot take as well.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of fucking Cam Ward slander on this podcast. And it's usually coming from somebody who's pro old time players. And I think Cam Ward is going to be a top 15 fantasy scorer this year. Just because of the amount of times that they're going to have to throw the ball to stay in games. I think he's got the arm talent to be a top 15 scorer. I think he's got 2 decent wide receivers, a decent tight end, but they're going to be behind in games too. I really think Cam Ward could be a top 15 guy this year, especially with rookie quarterbacks. We see it pretty much year in and year out where rookie sneaks into the top 15 or even higher. Then my other one is, it's not maybe such a hot take, is Evan Ingram's going to be a top 4 fantasy scorer for tight ends this year again. I really like.
Oh, we lost him again.
He'll be back. It's a minute here. Yep. He's like in and out. Yeah.
I got frozen again. All right. So Evan Ingram. 4 fantasy score for the tight end position. I really like the fit in Denver. They moved on from Devon Vele, who played a lot in the slot. I think that's going to open up things for Evan Ingram to play in the slot position. Really just eats in the middle of the field. This is a position that the Denver Broncos haven't had in quite some time. So I'm really high on Evan Ingram this season for redraft, for win now dynasty teams. If you could still get him for a second, I would be all over that, especially in tight end premium leagues. I'm all over it. Evan Ingram, top 4 fantasy score for tight end position.
Ooh, Mike, that is hot. Honestly, you and I, like I say, lots of times we're going down the same river. I might mention something a little bit later, too, about Evan Ingram. Not in the hot take segment, but something where I think you'll be happy. And we'll get into that. But I tend to agree with you. I like that call. And, calling Ty out right away. We got to get Ty call-outs going on often and early. And
We're
got
sleeping on Cam Ward, guys. We are. I'm telling you, you bet against this kid if you want to. I'm not going to do it.
I'm with you. I think he's got a huge ceiling as well. But we're going to hop over to Teixeira. Or we're going to hop over to Slim. I think Teixeira went off the screen. Slim, we need a hot take. What do you have for us? You got something spicy.
Oh, well, I got a couple spicy things, and I don't think a lot of people in here is going to like either one of them. So we'll see. We'll go with the first one, and mine's more team-based versus fantasy-based. Okay, so don't hate the player, hate the game. But hot take one is that the Green Bay Packers missed the playoffs even after adding Micah Parsons.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't hate it. I love Jordan Love, but I mean, he can't carry everything all the time. But I mean, look, there are a lot of people saying they're definitely going to win this division now. I think that we got to hold our horses just a little bit, and we'll see. But that was a hot take, and I'm sure Teixeira would have hated that if he could have heard that. Teixeira, did you hear the hot take that Slim just had? He's froze. He's froze. But okay.
He was so stunned by it. He's
stunned by it. Yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely stunned by it.
Now, let me say this. You say that. You say about Green Bay. Did you say you had 2?
Yeah, I do have one more, and
Okay.
I don't think it's a popular one either, but and it has a little to do with the Raiders, but it's not exactly. But I think I'm going to take the Chargers to finish in last place in the AFC West.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Chargers last place in the AFC West.
That is hot. That is hot.
There's my 2 hot takes for teams. There you go.
That was super effective. Teixeira is paralyzed. May not have.
Yeah, I'll say Teixeira's giving you guys a run for the money for the worst internet in here. TJ, Mike, you guys got to downgrade your internet quality here.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, hey, don't worry. It's just like Pokemon. Teixeira has been stunned or fainted, is what it says, like on the old game. No, I mean,
we got to take him to the Poke Center.
Yeah, take him to the Poke Center. Yeah. After that, he's like, I can't be on here anymore after Slim said that. But we'll hop over to me. I'll give mine while we try to get Teixeira back. And, you guys will love this. You will absolutely love it. My hot take is going to be Chase Brown finishes as a top 5 running back in 2025. I got to stick with my guys, man. We got to stick together. I've been saying 7 or 8. I thought, let's spice this up a little bit. We got to give my boy some love. I've been hearing so much buzz about all this stuff with Chase Brown. You know how I feel about Chase Brown. I mean, I'll get all this stuff from all these Cincinnati insiders. All we got to share back maybe. But I'm telling you, Chase Brown, top 5 finish. How do you like that, Slim? I've seen you shaking your head. Do you disagree?
Oh, I majorly disagree. I mean, I've been on the opposite side of the Chase Brown spectrum. So
I know.
I mean, he's not a guy that I own any shares of in fantasy, actually. So
I knew you didn't like it. I had to get under your skin a little bit there with that one. But now we'll hop into the next segment while we're waiting to get Teixeira back. Hopefully we can. I feel bad for him. I know what it's like to have crappy internet. You get crap all over. And Comcast and Xfinity, they're the ones that get us here. But we'll go back now to the next segment, and we'll start with you, Wiz. It's going to be top 5 finishers at each position. So let's just go through them quickly. I want to start with you with the quarterbacks mainly first, and then we'll kind of digest that for a second, and then we'll go into your running backs, receivers, tight ends. Top 5 finishers at quarterback. Who do you have for us? Any surprises?
Is this in order? Are we doing top 5 in order, or can it be in any order? Really?
It could be in any order.
Okay.
I mean, you probably should do an order and make it easy.
Okay,
on
Wiz
yourself,
wants to do it in order.
I have
Oh,
mine in
God.
order, so
I feel like this is one of the hardest ones because you could easily miss them. But I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson 1. I think he does it back to back here. A little homer bias here. I get it, but then we go Josh Allen number 2. You can't put Josh Allen too far down on these lists just because of how potent he is. This is gonna be the spiciest one, but I've been saying all year. I've kind of come down off it a lot, but Caleb Williams number 3. And we're gonna put Jalen Hurts number 4. Shout out to Mike on that one. I do talk a lot of shit on Jalen Hurts, but he's a good fantasy player overall. He's a good franchise quarterback for you guys over there. And number 5, I said it in the beginning, Justin Herbert is gonna finish as a top 5 quarterback.
Okay, so you followed up with that. Look at Slim; he's just so disgusted right now. And this is a battle. This is a battle for the worst internet between me, Teixeira, and Mike. Mike just left us again, so what a trip this has been. But honestly, Slim. Okay, so you're disgusted by this ranking. What didn't you like?
I mean, there's so much. My QB1 not up there. Justin Herbert finishing in the top 5 when the Chargers finished last in the AFC West is a rough take. I mean, just there's a lot of it, man. I mean, I'm a big Caleb Williams guy, but I think 3. I think he might have been on that boat with Stephon Diggs out there doing some cocaine or something. I don't know.
I mean, Slim, man, you were talking about Kyle Pitts going to have a big resurgence year. Chargers going to finish last in the division. Like,
man, I hadn't brought up Kyle Pitts. Now, for the record show, I'm not the one that brought up Kyle Pitts. Okay, let the record show.
Well, I'm just, this is just kind of your history. This is giving, the jury.
Top 5 worst internets. Me, Teixeira, TJ, people without internet, people living in the forest.
Even in Alaska, there's only
crazy.
2 or 3 things of fiber that leads up to Alaska from the main United States. So
we give Wiz a hard time about Alaska. He's got better internet than we do.
Yeah.
but no, honestly, no, I like it, Wiz. It's hot. It's something different. Okay, so you had your quarterbacks. What do you got for running backs? Top 5 running backs.
Oh, man. I haven't made these lists yet. That's like the only bad thing. So it's kind of just shooting off the hip here. But we're going to go Christian McCaffrey, number 1 here, right? If he's healthy. He's a guy that's, I mean, you just got to respect him, right? Christian McCaffrey can do anything. Number 2, man.
He can do anything.
He can do anything if he's healthy,
He's
he's just gonna break like Christian McCaffrey's most valuable asset in fantasy football, right? Like, I'm not talking about just strictly dynasty, but just any contending roster redraft league. Christian McCaffrey is single-handedly the most valuable if he's healthy, and you're taking that gamble every single year you draft him. That if he stays healthy, you will more than likely finish top 3, just as you'll fuck up the rest of your draft. The rest of your players stay healthy, right? Chris McCaffrey. You might have to circle back to me on the TJ because I got to think about these ones.
Oh, okay. All right. So Wiz has got to think about it. We'll give him a second. So I'll just give you mine right now. So I'll give everyone a little bit more time because I got my list and I'll just kind of buzz through them. If you guys have any objections, you can stop. We can debate on it. But we'll start with quarterbacks. I got Josh Allen 1, Lamar 2, Joe Burrow 3, Jaden Daniels 4, 5, I got Dak Prescott at 5 this year. It is an odd year. I will give Slim credit for that. And look, we know how this is as far as this outside 5 to 7 to 8. Anybody can get up there. Dak's done it before. He's got the weapons. They just traded Micah Parsons. Their defense is horrible. Should be in a lot of shootout, potentially high games. So I think he's going to be up there.
I saw this TikTok thing. It was like on Twitter or on Instagram. It was quarterbacks with disability or NFL players with disabilities that you never knew they had, and it was like Dak Prescott blind in both eyes, and it cut over to just a whole bunch of interceptions. It goes over to CeeDee Lamb, and it's his disability. Dak Prescott is his quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. He is a beast. I mean, odd years, you can say what you want. He gets it done. So I got you. I knew you'd give me a little pop shot for that, but you guys know how it is when it comes to quarterback 5 and them type of ranges. People can finish that. They can, maybe come and go. We see it a lot. And there's always someone in there that you don't expect. So that's who I'm going with. Now, running backs, I have Bijan Robinson at 1. I got Saquon Barkley at 2. I have Jahmyr Gibbs at 3, Christian McCaffrey at 4, and my main man, the hot take, Chase Brown, coming in at 5. Baby, that's just another spot. Like I said, you got someone always coming in the backside. I got to give Chase Brown a nod. He's got one of them.
You named Chris McCaffrey? You named Chris McCaffrey in your list?
Yeah, I had Christian McCaffrey. I got him 4, Wiz. I got him 4. So you know how that is. So now we hope we got Teixeira back. Teixeira, can you hear us? Nope, not yet.
I saw Blake and
he's moving.
Right
there. I don't know if he can hear
us. Maybe his audio's not working.
He's moving. I don't know if he can hear us.
Holy shit.
He's like, I'm out of here. But now, okay, so them are the running backs. Receivers, I got Justin Jefferson 1. I got Jamar Chase 2. I got Brian Thomas Jr. at 3. Got to give a love to my man, Brian Thomas Jr. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown 4, and I got Malik Neighbors 5. Won't you be my neighbor? So I think that's a pretty solid top 5. I don't think there's much debate. I think you can mix and match a couple people in there, but I like all them players to get into that range. Tight ends, I have Brock Bowers at 1, Trey McBride at 2, George Kittle at 3, Sam Laporta at 4, and Mike, this is for you, Evan Ingram at 5. Now, he is in my top 5. That was Mike's hot take, and that's what I said about us paddling down the same river. Lots of times we're on the same page. And look, Evan Ingram, if he's healthy, he's been up there before, and I think he can get there again. So I give you credit on that, Mike. You and I are on the same page on that. So, Slim, do you have a list for us? Are you ready?
Oh, I have a list. I do, yeah.
Okay, let's hear it. We'll start with you. Quarterbacks, let's go.
All right, quarterbacks. My number 1 quarterback is going to be Jaden Daniels. Josh Allen at 2. Lamar Jackson at 3. Hot take Bo Nix at 4. Baker Mayfield at 5.
Okay, all right. So you're putting Baker back up there. I mean, I don't hate it. Like I said, anybody can get to that 4 or 5 range in quarterbacks. I mean, there's been people there before. They come on, they fall off. I don't really discount too many people, so I'll give you credit on that. Okay, so what do you got for running backs?
Running back, I've got Bijan Robinson 1, Jahmyr Gibbs 2, Saquon Barkley 3, Ashton Genty 4, Christian McCaffrey 5.
All right, so you got Ashton
Gibbs in there, or did he go missing?
Who?
Gibbs, was he in there? Did I miss it?
Yeah, Gibbs 2.
Okay, cool.
Bijan Gibbs, Barkley, Genty, McCaffrey.
So Slim is putting Jenny in there. You're lucky Bob isn't on this episode right now, Slim. You know how he is. He'd be so upset. He'd be so upset. So you got Jenny in your top 5. That's a big announcement. Got a rookie.
Is anybody notating these, by the way?
Oh, I'm notating them. I have them. I got them. So wide receivers.
Oh no, I don't hate what he said. I just want to know if we were notating.
Oh yeah, because we want to see who the most accurate is. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll come back to it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I want to. Yeah.
Wide receivers, Slim. What do you have?
All right, I got Chase Brown 1, CeeDee Lamb 2, Malik Neighbors 3. Oh,
Chase Brown 1. I love it. Thank you, Slim. All right, you come over to our side now.
I've been listening to you say Chase Brown all day. I got receivers. Jamar Chase 1, CeeDee Lamb 2, Malik Neighbors 3, Brian Thomas Jr. 4, and Amon-Ra St. Brown 5.
Okay, that's a solid list. Like I said, I mean, there's some guys you can interchange there, but that's a solid list. I can respect that. You ain't getting no arguments yet. Okay, so let's go into tight ends.
No, I mean, my tight ends are okay. All right. Brock Bowers 1, Trey McBride 2. I feel like those are the easy 1, 2, everybody. I put Sam Laporta 3. I put Evan Ingram 4 and Tucker Kraft 5.
So Mike gets another Evan Ingram vote. He's really
There's
right.
somebody. There's a
Did George
big
Kittle
name missing. Yeah,
miss
I was gonna
a
say that's a
guy?
big name.
Did Mark Andrews?
No.
No.
Did you say Mark Andrews? Nobody
Yeah,
says
that's-
Mark Andrews.
I say I got my list all done now,
Oh,
DJ. So
yeah,
we're
of course
good.
you do. Yeah. How many more Ravens make it in? Over.
All right, Wizard.
Kittle. The thing with Kittle only has 3 big games a year most years. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know, man.
All right. So, Wizard, you got your list. What do you have for us? Let's hear it because, people will be ready. We're anxious to see what you conjured here.
Yeah. So we got Christian McCaffrey, number 1, Bijan Robinson, 2, Saquon Barkley, 3, Kyron Williams, 4, a guy you guys all forgot about, right? He gets the most touches in there. We know what he's about. And you got to put the King on the list. If the King's not in your top 5, your list is wrong. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson.
We need to stop this real quick because Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't in his top 5.
Wait, what?
He wasn't in the top 5. Not my top 5.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
I just tune out what
Gibbs.
Wiz says. That's why I missed that.
Yeah.
No top 5. I'm telling you.
Tashera, can you hear us? Not yet.
Tashera is so stressed he's sweating right now.
He's mad because there's no Jahmyr Gibbs in there. Yeah. So, okay, no Jahmyr Gibbs. Why, Wiz?
Right. I don't know. Right.
Wrong.
Man.
Actually,
wrong. Right. I think Jahmyr Gibbs benefited a lot last year for Dave Montgomery missing time. Right. I think that was one of the biggest betting factors. And if you look at points per game, like it definitely picked up towards the end of the season when Monty was not there. Monty's gonna be healthy this year. And I don't know. Like you said, Dan Campbell said, why run a Ferrari like a dump truck? Implying that he just wants to keep Jahmyr Gibbs healthy for the back end of the season, right? Which that's what they did last year. So it's gonna be the same thing this year. Montgomery stays healthy there. They still don't have a solid run back 3 unless they added someone I have not seen, but I think there's still Craig Reynolds is back there, or Vikey, whatever his name is. It's back there. I don't know. And he just didn't make the cut for me. I just don't think he's gonna be a top 5 this year.
Okay, so ruthless, Wiz. Ruthless. And you can just see Mike and Slim right now, the angst and disgust there. But Wiz, okay, so wide receivers, what are you conjuring there?
Yeah, it's a pretty easy top 3 list, right? Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb. This is where it takes a little turn. We got Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith-Njigba, 5.
Oh, so Slim can't get as mad at you now. You put a Seahawk in there, but again, like I don't really hate too much on people with wide receivers because there are a lot of guys that are good at around that range. I think could get there.
And it changes all the time as well, right? I mean, like I can't fault people for putting Malik Neighbors in there. I think he's going to feast with Russ Wilson. But Puka Nacua, he's the number 1 target there, and you see Matthew Stafford, he hyper targets guys a lot. So I think if Puka Nacua finishes 1, I would not be shocked. I would not be surprised at all.
Does the Stafford injury concern you?
No, Stafford's a warrior. He will play through it, and if not, they have Jimmy Garoppolo, which is you might chuckle, you might laugh. It's not going to give you warm fuzzy, but he's a guy that knows how to run an offense, right?
Devontae Adams left the Rams because of that guy. Devontae Adams left the Raiders because of that guy.
Right. And then he ended up.
That was also the Raiders, a horrible thing. In the brothels instead of the fucking. And I'm assuming, I don't know if he was or not, but
that might help Wiz's Puka claims because we know Devontae and Jimmy G don't get along, so that might help even more. Sure. So I will give you credit on that. But okay, Wiz, tight ends, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, my tight end list is a lot similar. It's pretty similar, right? Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Sam Laporta, and we have Mark Andrews, number 5. I think Mark Andrews is gonna bounce back, right? Even after his horrible year last year, right? I think everyone said he had a down year. He missed time with injury. He still finished his tight end 7 overall or 8 overall, right? And at 0.5 tight end premium. So if you take all that time out, I think points per game average, he was already at tight end 5. So, and that was with a down year when everyone was freaking out because Isaiah Likely had that big emergence in the first 2 games, and Mark Andrews was nowhere to be found. he still bounced back and was a top 7 tight end.
So
Mark Andrews, don't sleep on him.
So let me say this. I'm just happy, Wiz, for the fact that, I remember that phone call in January when he dropped that pass.
Yeah, when you fucked the whole fan base.
Yeah, and you were in your underwear and socks in the snow walking to a
Definitely
gas.
not.
You were so
Definitely
upset.
not underwear and snow.
Well, that's what the guy
And
told me.
socks.
You handed the phone over. You're like, what's going on with your friend? He's really distraught right now. I said, what are you talking about? And he told me the whole story. So you don't got to sit there and tell fables so the truth is being revealed. But let me just say this. I am happy that you are making up with Mark Andrews. And yes, he is a guy that can get there to 5. I think you can make a lot of cases. I do agree with Evan Ingram, like we talked about. Maybe one of these rookies, could Tyler Warren maybe get that high? There has been some potential. You never know. That guy can
Not
do
with
a little bit of
Vanilla Vic and Anthony Richardson as his quarterbacks.
Right. He might give him some running opportunities, little dump offs. You never know.
Oh, maybe little quarterback opportunities. Just have him do everything back there. He could just throw the ball up to himself every time.
You would just be so distraught if Baltimore didn't have a top 5 tight end, and I would enjoy that. I really would.
I don't think it really matters. I mean,
it matters to yes, it does. It matters.
I don't think fantasy's gonna where our players finish as fantasy players.
You love them.
Matter.
You love them. I know.
Yeah. See, the only thing is, Wiz couldn't put a Ravens receiver in the top 5. He put a Raven in every other category, though. So
yes, he did.
Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, just because you hate
Derrick Henry wasn't in any of our other top 5s.
Well, I know you guys are haters. You guys are haters.
I say 6 or 7. Wiz. He ain't far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's either right on the outside of top 5, or he's in your top 5. Like,
right.
In there, you have Ashley Genty up there, and he's not going to fish in the top 10 slim.
At some point, I'm gonna be able to go.
Yeah, Mike. Not right now though. You gotta hold off on your Maureen Hampton top 5 placement here. We're not ready for it yet. We're just prologuing it.
This is just like when you get called into the dentist's office with Mike. Here we go. It's like you got to go. You don't want to. All right.
Like, my tooth's been acting up. I know there's a fucking cavity in here somewhere.
Quarterbacks. We'll start with you, Mike. Go ahead. Give us your list. Top 5.
I'm going to go number 1, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts.
Okay. All right. Solid list. I can respect that.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen has been 1 or 2, even in just fantasy scorers in general, pretty much his whole career. So betting against that guy to not be in the at least top 2 is I don't think anybody did, but would be crazy to do. For running backs, I have Bijan, Barkley, Gibbs, Henry, and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. All right.
No Chris McCaffrey, Mike?
I
think you sub something out with Jonathan Taylor there, but
they would be my 5 or 6 between one of those 2. I'm going to stick with Jonathan Taylor though, just because I think they'll be able to run the ball.
Hey Slim, do you see that? You hear that?
Derrick Henry's
top 5.
Yeah, I still think Derrick Henry is going to be that dude.
All right, so he's still with Derrick Henry. Teixeira, we got you back, I think.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that EMP over there, Wiz, sabotaging my internet and taking me out.
He did. You got to watch him. He's a wizard witch king of Alaska. That's what I call him. Technology. He always knows about it. He's the one that knows about it more than anybody. I like that, Teixeira. We'll get back to you. You got to get your top 5 at positions and hurry up and get your hot take as well. But Mike, wide receivers, who do you have?
Real quick, Caleb Williams was my number 6 quarterback, so he would have been right outside of that. Top 5 wide receivers, I got CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Drake London.
Ooh, Drake London, Mike. He's now talking about the Falcons. He's trying to back it up. I got to give him credit. Okay, I don't mind it. Like I said, he's a guy that could get there. Tight ends, Mike. What do you have?
I got Brock Bowers, George Kittle, Trey McBride. Where'd my list go? Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, George Kittle, Evan Ingram, and then Tyler Warren.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
For the past 2 years, we've had rookie tight ends sneak into the top 5. It would not shock me if we get another one this year. Him being the easy check down, the easy first down, rushing yards, possibly goal line opportunity. I think I'm not going to say he takes Josh Downs' job because they play different positions, but Josh Downs plays a lot of that slot, short intermediate routes. I think Tyler Warren can do a lot of that.
Air high five.
The injury reserve takes Josh Downs.
Good point. Fair. He's Green Arrow's Wan'Dale Robinson. That's all I got to
Mike,
say about Josh
you're
Downs.
not going with your you don't believe in with Rich with Colston Loveland there. I know he was real high on Colston Loveland.
I've got Warren hadn't Warren number 1 the entire time. I just think the thing with Colston Loveland is he scares me because of the prototype that he follows. You know, the Kyle Pitts, the Dalton Kincaid, who I still kind of believe in. Like, I think Dalton Kincaid could end up being like a mid-tier guy, which is fine, right? You know, tight ends 6 through 9, something like that. Colston Loveland kind of falls in that category. I just don't think it happens right away.
Okay. So, Mike, Tyler Warren, we talked about that. It's funny. Same page yet again. So, I like that list. Tashera, are you there or did we freeze again? I think we froze. We lost him again. But now we'll just go ahead and end it. I feel bad for Tashera because I know what it's like to get screwed by bad.
Yeah.
I know Mike knows too. He knows the pain. Wiz has got some kind of magical, like that in The Water Boy. You ever watch The Water Boy where he gets the magic water from the glacier? Like, that's what he's getting for internet somehow.
His internet runs on oil that they use.
Yeah, it's like oil-powered fossil fuel. No wonder it runs so good. But no, this is great, man. Great first episode here for the Dynasty DNA Kickoff special. It's been awesome, guys. We talk about it, the eve of football. It's upon us. Thursday night, the first game. I will say for Mike, I hope that we'll see if we give Tashera one more chance here. Tashera,
in the same position.
Can you hear us?
You just gotta keep firebombing me.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You just go ahead. What's your hot take? What's your hot take, Tashera?
Oh, my hot take, George Kittle to finish as tight end 1 this year.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Mike had him at 2, so you guys are on the same page.
Yep.
Slim, where did you have him at? Was he even your top 5?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't have him in the top 5.
You didn't even have Gibbs at top 5 running backs.
Yeah,
what? You don't have why?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Tashera. Yeah, he didn't have it.
Get out of here.
Hey, Amon Ra.
Give him the
No
buzzer.
lines made my top 5 other than Sam Laporta. Amon Ra's not on the list either.
Wait, hold on. Did I miss St. Brown not in there either?
Yeah,
no,
Amon Ra did not make the list.
No.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar
Every
Chase,
time he talks,
CeeDee
like
Lamb, Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith, and Jigma.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the teacher in the fucking Peanuts. It's like womp, 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 womp.
I do love all this, though, because, like, you know, like, all the Wiz hate allowed me to slip, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not safe over there with your Raiders love. You just need to calm down on Raiders Nation.
Well, no, I'm just saying I didn't put Justin Jefferson in the wide receiver top 5, and I just realized that. So like,
what the fuck is happening? I keep missing these things.
I just realized that as I'm hating on it, I'm like, wait a minute, did I forget? And I did because like I went Chase Lamb, Neighbors, BTJ, St. Brown. So
I know why, because I flustered you when you said Chase Brown, wide receiver.
Oh, we don't say that name. That he's haunting my dreams right now. Last 48 hours.
But I mean, it just goes along with my JJ McCarthy hate, so I don't mind it. You know, JJ can finish sticks. That's fine.
We'll let Tashera round us out. He gave us his hot take, which I did like. That's a good one with George Kittle. Tashera. Now let's get your rankings. Quarterbacks 1 through 5. Yeah.
I'll go real fast here. I got Allen at 1, Jackson at 2, Daniels at 3, Burrow at 4, Goff at 5.
Oh, Jared Goff. Look at Wiz. Wiz is like, oh, no. Wiz is like, no. Look at him.
I mean, everyone has the right to voice their opinion. Even if it's wrong, it's all right.
Well, let me say this, though, and I said it. Anyone can get to that 4 or 5. That's what I said. It's a crapshoot. Like, I think that top 3 is pretty cemented-ish type. I mean, you maybe can make an argument for 1 or 2 people, but I think that back end, anybody could get there. So, Tashera is saying Jared Goff at 5. Interesting. What do you have for running backs, Tashera?
Running backs, I have Jahmyr Gibbs at 1, Bijan 2, Barkley at 3, Derrick Henry at 4, Taylor at 5.
Okay, so he did put the king in. Wiz can appreciate that.
Absolutely. He made that bet with Adam Sandler. He's getting that movie role. He's getting that 2,000 yards.
Yeah, it's true. He did. I forgot. I mentioned that all the time.
So just so you know, Ty said he was very instrumental in him getting into that movie. Just so you know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
well, is Ty going to be in the movie too?
Well, he said that he was offered, but he was too busy with other obligations.
Oh, okay.
But you know how that goes. Wide receivers, Tashera, who do you have?
I got Chase at 1, Lamb at 2, Jefferson at 3, St. Brown at 4, Brian Thomas Jr. at 5.
That sounds like a good one to me. That was very similar to mine, to share. Very, very similar. Who did you have then at tight ends?
Tight end, I have Kittle at 1, Bowers at 2, McBride at 3, Laporta at 4, Hawkinson at 5.
Oh, Hawkinson. What about Adam Thielen? Not worried about the Thielen man coming in?
Oh, I just don't like with those other tight ends that are underneath him, like Ingram and Kraft and Andrews. I just think that the Vikings ceiling in that offense is gonna propel him up to that 5 spot. But it's not. It's really close between those other guys I mentioned. I just think I'm higher on the Vikings offense out of those 3 teams.
Okay, cool, man. I appreciate that. I like it. That was some good rankings, fun. And these will be notated for the end of the season when we do the Dynasty DNA closeout for 2025. So it will be fun to see who the winner will be. Maybe they'll get some kind of prize. Maybe one of Wiz's card collection, or maybe someone will have to get Wiz something. I could send Wiz something in the
Hey, Mike's building up a card collection over there too. So
yeah.
Oh, really? He's getting into the game.
I'm going to collect the things that I like. It's not like I'm not going to have a full blown binder. I might have a binder.
Well, Mike, even people collect stuff they don't like.
I can't see it.
Oh.
That's RJ Harvey.
Hold on
now. Yeah.
Wait, Mike's like, put it back on the screen. He was
I was intrigued.
Mike's like, we'll talk about it off air. I'll buy it from you. Just do the live stream auctions.
Oh no, don't fucking.
No, I appreciate you guys joining us. This has been great. We talk about football eve. It is upon us Thursday night. Mike, the Eagles, I wish you luck, my friend, as a fellow Pennsylvanian. I don't know. It's a little bit worrisome. Jerry's a little bit angry right now, or should I say hangry? He might be coming in there with some vengeance.
Yeah. Alzheimer's. He'll forget all about it.
Well, we will be watching.
I hope the Birds absolutely smash the Cowboys.
I think this should be. I think the Cowboys will put up some points, but I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be close to 35-21.
Yeah, that sounds.
Smashing the over, huh?
Yeah.
I like it. But guys, got so many great things coming down the pipe as far as the Dynasty DNA Podcasting Network goes. Be sure to check out the second show coming out around 8:30 Eastern time. We'll be doing the second show of the Dynasty DNA Kickoff Special, having some more guests on. Big Culture Bob, Ty will be joining us, Mike Shanuti, some other people will be coming on as well. Some of these guys will return. It's a celebration of football eve, as I mentioned. Can't wait for the season to kick off Thursday night.
Does Mike have his call-outs?
Yeah, I already did the Cam Ward thing.
Oh, yeah.
He already called Ty out.
You got any more? You got any more resentment built up, Mike, that you just want to just unload your clip real quick? Are you gonna save it for
the Calvin Ridley Cooper Cup discussion? Really fucking boiled my britches.
Let's talk about it.
I don't really have time. I got to go to work, but
to share trying to get you to stay.
And then there was the Slims conversation. I think it was about Rome Odunze being ranked too high and having people like Ricky Pearsall and George Pickens and Jordan Addison above him. I think it was. I don't have a
problem with any of those names above Rome that you just said, but that's fine.
I don't have time for this. I gotta go to work.
Mike has been stud.
Check on Mike later.
Mike, I will text you while you're at work.
I might call out of work just so I can do this whole fucking
do the evening show.
I need a personal day. Okay, listen, I got to get these guys on the right line. I need a personal day.
The fantasy footballers, by the way, tweeted out late last night that rookie wide receivers that had over 100 targets finish within the top 15 the next year. I think it was, or something like that.
A top 24.
Top 24. Okay.
If they had over 100 targets in their rookie season, that they finished 75% of the time as a top 24 wide receiver.
Interesting stat. I know Mike will be sneaking while he's at work to see what's going on, what people are saying, what kind of sacrilege will be going on the second. But guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't yet, join the Dynasty DNA Discord. It's free. Wiz will be dropping the links of these videos, and it's available on our Twitter page at the top of the description. Click on it. Join for free. The Dynasty DNA morning show will be coming where we talk start-sit situations, where we talk trade advice, players, teams, everything NFL. It's a great time. You got to be a part of that. You also got to check out all the new shows that will be coming back to the Dynasty DNA Network. Not only are you going to have the Triple Threat podcast, you're going to have the Dynasty DNA Deep Dive. You're going to have From Whistle to Whistle. You're going to have From Start Sit Saturday returning, where we're going to be talking about start sits. And we will also be talking Hutchinson Huddle DFS with Slim. He'll be having Wiz, some other people on, I'm sure Teixeira, whoever would be available that might want to join him, myself, Mike. I mean, anyone's available wants to join him. It will be great. Slim's very good and very well-rounded in that arena. So happy to be doing that. And then we'll all be coming back to the network. We'll be with you every step of the way. Guys, we hope you enjoy your Labor Day weekend now. Remember, 8:30, we'll be back with show 2 of the Dynasty DNA Kickoff special. I know I speak for Wiz, Mike, Slim, Teixeira, everybody here at the Dynasty DNA Network, where we say, hope you guys have a great Labor Day weekend, and we will see you at 8:30 for part 2 of the Dynasty DNA Kickoff special.
Hey, real quick, congrats to In Gold We Trust, FF.
Oh, nice.
You won the Cale Williams card. So.
All right, man. Good deal. Good deal. I like it. Ingold's a good guy. James Stark, thanks for joining. Join us later if you ain't doing nothing, my friend.
Come on.
Fun. Yeah, we always love good chatting on the live show. So, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you.